Hello. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How is everybody tonight? Wow, we've already got 8 people in here. Cool. Hi, Alex. Hi, Ship. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Landon. Hi, Pooh. Hi, Alex. Hi, everybody. Hi, Chief from South Carolina. How is everybody? Titanic historian. Hello. Oh, wow. We're up to 16. Daryl, hello. Thank you for the congrats. That's awesome. How are you doing, Daryl? 4014. I see you. How are you? Pooh, thank you very much for the 20,000. Minnie, hello. James, hello. Isaac, hello. Megan, hello. Alex, Sam needs 20 million subs. Thank you. GG, Poppy Fanatic. Well, I'm a dog fanatic too. Hello. Hello from Cottage Grove. Miranda, hey. Congrats on 20. Jack, hey. Great shirt. Oh, thank you. I like this shirt. This was a Christmas present. Hi, Xander. I see you. Millie. Hey, Millie. Dara, I'm doing great. It's 12:04 a.m. here. That's crazy. And Alicia, hello from Italy. Well, hi from West Virginia. Titanic Storm, you need to get longer hair. You don't like my hair short? You see, my hair kind of fluffs. It doesn't grow long. So like it gets to a point when it just starts to get super annoying. So I just have to cut it. It's 6:04 for me. It's 7:05 here. BMX, thank you. Sam, what if from Brick? Sam, what if the Titanic sank like the Concordia? Probably a lot more people would have survived. It just depends on where the ship would have went down at. Phil, we need to talk about them shirts of yours. Well, what do you mean? Millie, loved your recent video. Are you talking about the one with the artifacts, Millie? Nathan, hi, I love the Titanic. It's so cool. Mason, that's cool. Thank you. Titanic is really, really cool. Isaac, it's 6:05 p.m. here. Megan, at 7:05. Josh, have you played Titanic Adventure at a Time? I have, a long time ago. Long time ago when I was a kid. Padme. Hi, Padme. Actually, I think, Padme, you've been here before, haven't you? I recognize your name. What if Murdoch didn't order hard to port after hitting Nestor? Well, he ordered hard to starboard, but wait. No, hard to port. No, you're right. Yeah, he did order hard to port. If he didn't do that, then the back of the ship would have hit the iceberg. Rhea Skywalker, today is my birthday, and I got the Sea of Glass book and the Titanic miniature. Rhea, that's really cool. Everybody say happy birthday to Rhea. R-H-E-A. Everybody say happy birthday to her. Happy birthday! Yandy, hi. What would you do if you're on the Titanic? I would build a raft. If I was on the Titanic, I would try to build a raft. Millie, do you think Murdoch ordered full speed astern? I tend to think he went. I don't think he actually went in reverse. I think he backed the ship. I think he just told the engines to stop. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. There is definitely a 10, 20-second delay between when I say something and when the chat responds. Because that was like 20, 30 seconds ago from my end before everybody on the chat responded to it. Edwina, hi Sam from Dublin, Ireland. That's cool. Ed, I think I'm saying your name right. Harford. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I think I am. But I've seen your comments before, man. Thank you for being a fan. Hello, 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 hello from the UK. Oh, by the way, everybody in the chat. So here in a little bit, I actually came up with an idea for a game for the chat. Would everybody be interested in playing a little game tonight? Let me know in the chat if y'all want to try it. Pen Prop, I see you. Hi, guys. How's Penny tonight? Hi from Glasgow, Scotland. Nathan, thank you. Hello from West Virginia. It is very, very cold and rainy here. Yes, 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 yes. You said it right. Yes. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I will make an announcement when I actually start the game. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to quiz the audience on some Titanic facts. So I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to let the chat actually try to answer it. And the first person in the chat who gets the question right wins. Let's just see how it is. And no Googling, no cheating. Hi from Brazil, from Cadame. Hi from Brazil. I'm the one who suggested a video on the Prince of Arcturus. I'll have to look into that. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Hello from. Okay, this is exciting. I'm a slow typer. Hi Isaac, I see you. Hello from Ireland, David. Hi from Australia. Love your work from Bazzy. Nice to meet you, Bazzy. Jesse, answer is Violet Jessup. Oh, is it Violet Jessup? Did I win? I haven't covered. I haven't asked any questions yet. What do you mean? Do you win? David, hello from Puerto Rico. Hello from West Virginia. BMX, hello from Ohio. You're close to me. You're not too far from me. George, read this. Did the Titanic sinking cause World War I? No. Shiptails, Sam, thanks to you, I'm nearing 25 subs. That's awesome, Shiptails. Keep up the good work. Listen, just keep going at it, man. Just do YouTube because you enjoy the fun, and enjoy making the videos. All things. Hello from England. Hello, Colin 308. Hello from Ohio. Where do you live? I live in West Virginia. Hello from Dubai. Wow, all the way from Dubai. That's so awesome. Isa, I think I'm saying your name right. But Dubai has been on my place. It's on my list of places I want to visit. There's a YouTube channel I watch called What's Inside, and they did this big around the world travel thing. And they went to Dubai, and I'm telling you, it blew my mind. But there was a indoor like skiing resort, like inside of a mall or something. I'm like, okay, I have to go to Dubai just to check that out. How many times can you say I went skiing in a desert? How often can you say that? That is so cool. Shiptail, Sam, have you watched Ghost Ship? The ship looks like the Android door. It does. I have seen that movie, Ghost Ship. I think it's pretty good. That is cool. It does kind of resemble the Android Dory. I never really thought about it. Padme, I just realized that the business for the Whitestone line really had to. Wait, I just completely lost it. I really had to carpate the ship to say the Titanic was a Cunard. Oh no, I don't think the White Star Line sucked. It was just, the Carpathia was just the ship that was around in the area. Okay, that didn't really. It was just dumb luck as to where it was. Here we go. $10 super chat from Jordan. Thank you. Your video on the Fitzgerald was amazing. I can't stay for the entire stream, but I just want to say I'm excited for future videos. I'm sure you have in the works. Thumbs up. Also, congrats for 20K. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for the $10. That's awesome. And thank you for liking the Evan Fitzgerald video. That was one of the most challenging videos that I've ever made. That was about 3 days of work. One video was just doing research, making sure I got it right. I wanted to tell the story as accurately as possible. And, making these videos teaches me just as much as it teaches you guys because, I knew about the Fitzgerald. I was fascinated with it. And ironically enough, I actually have this right here. It's not the Fitzgerald, but it's my model. But, it taught me a lot. And the Fitzgerald is a very fascinating ship. Huck, have you seen the Titanic 2 movie? It's ridiculous. I turned it on as soon as I saw the Queen Mary with Titanic 2 written on it. I turned it off. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not even going to continue with this. So, Sharon, say hi to me. Hi, Sharon. Everybody in the chat, say hi to Sharon. Sharon wants people to say hi to her. Alan, how much power and watts the Titanic produce? I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you. I don't know how much power the in wattage the Titanic made. Hello, hi. Hi, Sharon. Everybody likes it when people say hi. Hello. Hi, Sharon. Padme, what do you think about the V-break theory? I personally think it's laughable. I don't believe in the V-break theory. For those of you who don't know, the V-break is a theory that the Titanic just like broke in half and like just settled down, and no. That's not how it worked. Let's see, what's this? With you recording it in every video, I bought on a sea of glass. From Cadam, I had to pay the R374. What's that? I don't know what that is. The exchange rate? I don't know what that is. Geraldine, hi Sam. Hi Geraldine. Bazzy, which passenger has your favorite story? From Bazzy. Favorite story? Well, Molly Brown is one of my favorite passengers. Honestly, as far as the most insane story, I think I'd have to go with Archibald Gracie because he was the one who actually held on to the Grand Staircase Dome, who held onto the Grand Staircase Dome when it was imploding, and then when he came up, not long after that, the second funnel fell. So I think Archibald Gracie would be the craziest story from the night. I don't know. Charles Yelkin's pretty good too. Eh. Keither, hello there. Zoom, hello. NYC, South Africa. Wow, that's awesome. Ross, much love from Ireland. Well, much love from West Virginia. Geraldine, where is Rosie? Rosie's in the other room. I'll bring her out in a little bit. I'm pretty sure she's asleep. I'll get some beef jerky or something and try to tempt her. Millie, you should do a video on Archibald Gracie. Now, I do mention Archibald Gracie in my Grand Staircase video. I talk about how he survived the implosion. Or, well, would it be an implosion if the dome collapsed? I don't think so. All right, everybody. So, oh, hang on. A $5 super chat from Lil Lady. Thank you. Hey, from Kentucky. Also, you should really look into the video about the big piece in the funnel's resting place. The big piece. Oh, that's the part of the ship that was actually pulled up from the seafloor. And the funnels, I know they found the funnel's whistle. I think they brought one of them up. But I think the funnels were, I figured they would have just eroded by now. But thank you for the $5. But yeah, the big piece, that's a great idea for a video. How they brought it up and the whole story around it. Whoa, holy cow. From Tim is that right? I don't know what currency that is. 1,390. I don't know what currency that is, but thank you very much. Hi from Moscow, Russia. Keep up the from Russia. Okay. Hi from Russia. Keep up the good. Your channel is the best source of Titanic history insights. It's 3 a.m. here, and I can't miss this opportunity to say hi. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. That's awesome. And thank you for being here. I think you're one of the first people I've talked to from Russia. So, Tim, that's awesome. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I've actually been wanting to visit Russia for a while. One day I'll get over there. And thank you for the super chat. Whoa, we got them coming in now. Nick, $5. Charles for the win. Titanic must sink with as little alcohol. Oh, Charles Yelkin. Okay. Titanic must sink with as little alcohol as possible. He wasn't that drunk. It's fun. Okay. It's just fun to talk about it. Archibald Gracie is awesome, but the man who raised the pantry is a hero. Archibald Gracie, no, not Archibald. Charles Yelkin was one of the people who gave us some great insights into how the Titanic split in two. Okay, James, 5, thank you. Hello from England. Massive congrats on 20K subs. Very well deserved, and keep it up. Thanks, James. That's awesome. Thank you for the 5 as well. Everybody, thank you. This has been awesome. Monty, never mind. I'll stay a bit longer. Loud noise outside. Well, okay. Let's see here. Ethan, do you think Oceanic 3 could have saved the White Star Line from its fate during the Depression? Everything was just really bad during the Great Depression, and I don't really think White Star Line went. I don't really know the financial situation between Cunard and White Star. I know they were both having trouble, but I think the merger is what saved them. All right, so if everybody is ready, do y'all want to try to play a little bit of the game now that I came up with, where I ask questions? All right, so here's the game. I want to ask the chat Titanic questions, and I want to see when people can who can get the question right. Is everybody up in the chat up for this game? Whoever's the first one who gets the question right wins. Yes. All right, okay. Sure. Jigsaw. Come on. All right. So let's see. Let's do something a little bit more simple at first. This is going to be an easier question. What year did the Titanic sink? No, give me the date. Yeah. What was the date the Titanic went down? Let's play. Yes. What was the date the Titanic went down? 1912. Good job. April 15, 1912. Awesome. 2020. What? April 15, 1912. All right. Good job. Good job, everybody. Technically, it's April 15th, 1912. All right, too easy. Okay, let's see. Who can all right. This one's going to be pretty challenging, okay? Let's start off with number 1. Who was the chief designer on board the RMS Titanic? Who was the man who built the RMS Titanic? And if you want to get real technical, there's 3 people who were involved, but there's one person who was actually on the ship. What was his name? Thomas Andrews. Oh, wow, a lot of Titanic people here. Okay, can anybody here, and this is a bonus round, can anybody here name the other 2 people who were involved with building the Titanic? There were 2 other people involved before the ship left while the Titanic was being built. Can anybody tell me who those other 2 were? I'm really curious if anybody gets this. Harlan Ismay, not a clue. Peary and Ismay, Nick. Okay, Nick, you got Peary, you got Ismay. Ismay was the main guy, but he didn't build the ship. You got Peary. There's one other person. Okay, so William Peary. There's one other person. Anybody get it? William Peary. I'll give you a hint. His first name is Alexander. $10 from Jason. Thank you for the super chat. Alexander Carlisle. You got it. Good job, Alexander Carlisle. Congratulations. Who was the first one? Who actually got that? Kadima? Awesome. Carlisle. Good job. Congratulations. And thank you so much for the 10 super chat from Jason. Thank you, Jason. Zach, how old are you? I am 29. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, let's see. What else? What other questions can I do? Okay. Can anybody tell me the name of the fireman who was in Boiler Room 6 and actually saw the iceberg damage open up and later escaped on a lifeboat? Well, there was technically 2, but there's one who's famous. Monty, 29, you look. Barrett, Frederick Barrett. the Barrett. Awesome. Man, you guys are smart. Man, there's a ton of Titanic fans out here. This is awesome. Fred Barrett. You look 20. Thank you. I know I have a young face. Frederick Barrett. Okay. All right. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay. Does anybody want to ask me a question? Let's take a break from the games for a while, and we'll jump back to it later. And let's go back to if y'all want to ask me anything, and we'll jump back to the game later. $5 super chat from Alex. Thank you. Can you do a video on the dogs of Titanic? I know some survived and that someone let them out. Actually, I think that was John Jacob Astor who let them out. And that would be a really good video. Talk about the pets of the Titanic and how they survived. That's a great idea. I'm going to make a note of that. Thank you, Alex. I will give you a shout out. I'm going to copy your name right now. Everybody in the chat, give me just a second. I'm jumping away from the screen while I make a note of this. The Dogs of Titanic from Alex. Thank you. All right, it's in the system. I've got it in the ideas list. Thank you very much. All right, let's go back. All right. Jackal, can we see Rosie? I'll get Rosie here in a little bit. I want to let her, I believe she's asleep in the other room. I'll go get Rosie before the stream is over there, maybe towards the end. Alan, are you married? No. Poor man's chemist. Hey, bud, great channel. Thank you. Thank you. Ship Tales, how many light bulbs did Titanic have? I have no idea. I have no idea. Yay, love to see Rosie. I'll get her in a little bit. Jesus, And you have such a good channel. Do you have any plans on going more technical, like doing experiments with physics around the topic of Titanic? That would be nuts. Well, I kind of already talked about Titanic's physics, you know. Another question that was very popular in the chat was what happened, you know, while, like, what if the Titanic would have went down backwards? We talk about that. What if the Titanic would have sunk, you know, in one piece? We talk about that. You know, we kind of do these physics talks, you know, and in my video about what if the Titanic would have sunk backwards, we do approach physics, you know. We talk about, you know, how the engines kept the ship more stable, because if the Titanic would have sunk backwards, I would have been surprised if she would have lasted an hour, you know, because there would be no weight at the front of the ship to act as a counterbalance. You know, the engines in the back, the stern. I think the Titanic would go vertical real quick and then just kind of drop because there was no counterweight, you know. So we've kind of already touched on physics. Carl, have you eaten menu food from Titanic? I have not. I have a couple of Titanic plates, though. Lusitania, what if I exploded? Well, the Lusitania did explode. Landon, what if the gas in Boiler Room 5 wasn't made? Now, you see, that's a good question, and I do kind of talk about that in another video, because if the gas in Boiler Room 5 wasn't there, then I think it's possible that maybe, I mean, I use this as a big what if. Maybe they could have kept the ship afloat a little longer. You know, Titanic was doomed when 5 compartments flooded. You know, she could stay afloat with the first 4. Now, maybe 5 compartments could be breached under specific circumstances. And what I think is, if Boiler Room 5 had not been compromised, then I think that maybe they could have used the pumps and kept Titanic afloat longer, because Titanic was doomed when Boiler Room 6 flooded. And you see, they spent time dealing with the water in 5, and they weren't working on 6. Now, could they have got the pumps in 6? You know, that's a big mystery. But if they could have kept 6 from flooding, they might have been able to save Titanic, or kept it afloat longer, I guess. Epic Zombie Killer, what have you got planned for the Titanic 109th anniversary? I am not talking about that, but I have been in communication. I've been talking to some people that I was planning to make a video with. So, but that is a trade secret for now. But I am working on a plan for the 109th anniversary. Sly comes. Oh, by the way, the RMS Titanic had 10,000 light bulbs. Thank you. Millie, do you prefer White Star or Cunard? Ooh, well, Titanic is my favorite ship, but I do like the Cunard ships too. Queen Mary is very close to me, so, you know. Jenny, what is your favorite car? I'm not a really big car guy, but I really like Teslas. I like Corvettes too. The cutting room floor. Wait, what? Okay. Would you go on Titanic 2 from David? Nah. I don't like the idea of them building another Titanic, so I'm just... Scott, how long do you think it would have taken Titanic to become obsolete if it hadn't sank? I'd say Titanic would have been retired a few years after the Olympic in the 30s. So, you know, I think that's all would have happened. Shiptail, Sam, should I do a live stream? Go for it. Let me know when you're going to do it. I'll check you out. David Morrissey, Sam, what is the name of the restaurant where Rose, Cal, Ruth Mine Brown, Ismay, and Mr. Andrews had lunch on in the Titanic? Was that Cafe Parisien? Were they in Cafe Parisien? I don't think they were in the D. I'd have to go back and look the footage, but it might have been. I need to go back and look at that again. And maybe it was the D deck. I'll have to go back and look. Cafe Parisien? Yes. Okay, they were in Cafe Parisien. Lan, who's your favorite, Murdoch or Lightower? I think I would have had a better chance to survive with Murdoch. I know I would have had a better chance to survive with Murdoch. Let's see. Oh, $5 from Timothy. Thank you. Have you visited the Queen Mary before? If so, what is your favorite part of the ship? I have visited the Queen Mary. You know, I really like the entire ship, but now I didn't get to see everything. They were actually filming something when I was there, so I never made it to the isolation ward. But I really did like the dining room area where they had that map. I could only see it from afar though. But A lot of rooms I liked. Ethan, what if the SS Normandy survived its fire and I actually don't know about that. I don't know about that fire. Swordmaster, who owns the wreck of the Titanic? I don't know who has the salvage rights. Man, I'm getting a lot of questions I don't know about. Alice Crawford, would you rather go on Titanic or Queen Mary? Queen Mary. Now, I would like to see Titanic. If I lived in 1912, I would say Titanic. But if I was back in the, if I was in the 30s, Queen Mary, because I wouldn't want to be on the older ship. Epic Zombie Killer, how accurate do you think the Titanic Call of Duty map is? I've never seen it. And, okay, I didn't even know there was a Titanic Call of Duty map. Issa, Titanic Inc. owns the wreck. Okay. Cutting room floor, best ship of the Olympic class. The Olympic, because it did not sink. Fresca, will you remember me when you have 1 million subs? Fresca, I will always remember you. Codename, Sam, how old are you? I am 29. Jacob, what did the Titanic's watertight bulkheads look like? You can actually look them up. They're big steel doors, but you can look them up. There's pictures of them online. Oh, and what if the Titanic hit the New York? I don't think Titanic would have sunk if it hit the New York. I think it would have delayed the voyage, definitely, and then she wouldn't have hit the iceberg. Maybe. Depends on how bad the damage was. Minnie, what is your favorite part of the Titanic ship on the inside? That would be the clock. I showed it in my last video. The clock in the Strauss cabin. Captain Alex, hitting 30 soon, Sam. Yes, I am. My birthday's in August. The dreaded 30. I don't really care either way. 30 is 30. Age is a number. Who cares? Maria, hey, I got a question. Is the Queen Mary haunted? Is the Queen Mary haunted? Is the Queen Mary haunted? I don't know. Actually, let me see here real quick. I don't know if you guys can see it. This book actually has some photographs in it. I don't know how well this comes out, but it looks like they caught I don't know if you can see that face right there. They say that's a ghost in this photo. Like you can barely see a face right there, but it could be a reflection of the dude who took the picture, at least in my mind. So I think it's fun. I spent the night on her and I didn't see anything. So, and I did actually, and I looked around, I was pretty determined in actually finding it and seeing if there was anything there, but I never saw anything. The only room I had any experience in was the engine room. Jared, 30 in April. Well, happy birthday, Jared. Foster, why won't they put Titanic on Netflix? I'd say for legal reasons. I think it was on Netflix for a time. Landon, can you do a video in role play clothing? Oh my gosh, do a video in role play clothing. I've never thought about that, but I think it would be funny. Maybe when I go to the Queen Mary, I'll do something like that. Alan, if Titanic hit the iceberg head on, would it have stayed afloat? That's a highly questionable topic, and it has to do with if they would have, how fast the ship was going. If the Titanic was going at full speed and then just, slammed into the iceberg, I don't think it would have made it. I think the ship would have had massive structural damage and then just kind of collapsed. I mean, it's possible. It just depends on the speed, and it also depends on the thickness of the iceberg. That has a big deal. Do you have Titanic clothing, a life jacket? I do not. Man, if you had a Titanic life jacket. The only artifacts that I have a piece of Titanic coal, and the coolest thing I have is actually that letter from the Olympic. Nick, 22 knots head on. Nah. Yeah, I kind of tend to agree with that it wouldn't have survived. But if they would have been able to slow down, maybe get her down to 5 knots or something, maybe 10. Nah. It's all about the mass of the ship. That's a lot of, especially think about the passengers on the inside, everything in the ship, and then it's going 21, 22 knots, and it just hits the berg, and then everything just stops. All the mass inside the ship just shoots forward, like all the furniture. What about the steel structures, Did you, wait, from Silas, please read, did you order the Edmund Fitzgerald model? I bet, no, this isn't an Edmund Fitzgerald model. This is just something I found when I visited the Great Lakes. This isn't a model of the ship. What is the best Titanic game? Ooh, honestly, to be honest, it's probably Titanic Adventure Out of Time as of right now. I haven't seen any others. I don't know. Some of the sinking stuff I've seen of Roblox is pretty good. There's a really good sinking animation. Now I'm talking full-on game, but uh, on Gary's mod, there's a really good sinking simulation called the RMS Valiant. But as far as individual Titanic games, I know they're out there. There was a real-time sinking Titanic game that I found, but it wasn't very good. It was like $2 on Steam. And honestly, the best sinking thing, anything to do with Titanic right now, is the Britannic sinking game by Honor and Glory. $5 from RMS Lusitania. Thanks, Lusitania. Would you rather RMS Lusitania? Would you rather sail on RMS Lusitania or RMS Titanic, luxury-wise? Lusitania. Listen, Lusitania, I love you. You're awesome, but I think I'd rather be on Titanic just to see it, because Titanic's what got me into history and all that. No offense. I mean, I promise Lusitania, I'll sail on that ship too. Just Titanic's first, But thank you for the super chat. You make it sound like I'm cheating on Lusitania or something. Shiptail, Sam, do you like Mauritania? I do. I don't know that much about her, but I do. Wasn't Mauritania one of the last 4 stacker ships? One of the last 4 funnel liners? I believe she was. All right. So does anybody want to do any more questions where I ask you guys questions? Does anybody want to do another round? Let me know in the chat. James, just finished my meter-long model of Titanic. I would love to see that. Thane, how did you get into liking Titanic? From the James Cameron movie when I was a kid. Yes, Rosie. All right. Okay, let's see. Another question about the Titanic. Okay. Okay. What was the name of the richest passenger on board the Titanic? $5 super chat from Titanic Lover. What is your favorite German ocean liner? I don't know much about the German ocean liners, but thank you for the $5 super chat. But the only one I can think of is the Gustloff, but I don't know that much about them. John Jacob Astor. Good job. Man, everybody here's smart. Okay, this one's going to be challenging. Can you guys tell me the names of both of Titanic's wireless operators? The people who ran the Marconi Wireless. What were both of their names? Geraldine, good job. $5. Thank you, Geraldine. Big fan from PA. I comment a lot on your videos. Congrats, 20K. Also, you want to see Rosie? I'll show Rosie in a second. Thank you, Geraldine, for the super chat. Harold Bride and Jack Phillips. Awesome. Jack Phillips and Harold Bride. Good job. Nice. Man, everybody here is awesome. All right. I've got a really challenging one here. It's another 2 names. What were the names of the 2 men who were in Titanic's crow's nest when she spotted the iceberg? What were the names of the 2 men that were in Titanic's crow's nest when she struck the iceberg? Make it more challenging. This is a challenging one. Frederick Fleet. There's one more person. Frederick Fleet. What's the second person? I haven't seen the second person yet. Reginald Lee. Pulley, you got it. Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee. I got you guys on that one. I got some of you. Good job. All right. Here's another question for you, okay? Who was the captain of the RMS Californian? There we go. Who was the captain of the RMS Californian? And then after this question, we're going to jump back to you guys asking me stuff. Stanley Lord. Man, you guys are awesome tonight. Stanley Lord. Awesome, guys. All right. We're going to take a break from the game. And actually, no. You know what? I've got one more question I want to ask everybody, and then we're going to go back to you guys answering me questions. What was the name of the captain of the Lusitania? Who was the captain of the Lusitania during the sinking? Who was the captain of the Lusitania when she went down? Turner. I think, yeah, Millie, you were number one. I see you, Millie. Wasn't Captain Smith. Geraldine, did I miss a super chat? Did I? Let me go back and look. Geraldine, I saw your super chat. $5 from Big from PA. I comment a lot. I saw your super chat, unless you did another one, but I don't see it here. Good job, Captain Turner. Good job. All right, everybody, let's go back. We'll take a break from the game, and we'll go back to you all can ask me stuff now, and we'll jump back to the game here in a bit. Millie, you have taught us well. Lusitania, I heart you. Lusitania, you've got a fan out there. David, Sam, did the first class passenger dress up fancy when they went to breakfast as they did for dinner? I'm not sure, but with how formal Titanic was, a lot of the passengers on board Titanic, like survivors later, said that it was a very formal atmosphere. So I'm sure that they did. Kyle, thank you for the $5, Kyle. $5 super chat from Kyle. I'm so glad I finally get to join your stream. If Titanic never sank, what would the world be like? Meaning, with both world wars happen and all that. Well, Titanic didn't really have anything to do with the world wars. But, I think if Titanic hadn't sank, an event like Titanic would have happened at some point. So that's what I think. I think eventually something like Titanic would have happened. Marco's Adventure. Can I get a shout out? Yes. Hi, Marco. Everybody say hi, Marco. Hi, Marco. Everybody type that in the chat. Give Marco a shout out. Super, Chris. What about the Discord? Discord will be done very soon. I'm going to mess with it tomorrow, but I will be releasing it soon. I've been chatting with some people, and I know I keep talking about it, but I promise it's coming. Hi, Marco. Hi, Marco. David, Sam, did you stay in a first class suite when you were in the Queen Mary? I just got a room. I had a room with a window. I didn't pay for the Duke of Edinburgh suite or anything. The Queen Mary did not sink. Cutting room floor. 5 from Bruce. Thank you. Congrats on 20K subs. I'm a new sub. Just subbed a few minutes ago. Well, welcome, everybody. Welcome, Bruce. He's a new subscriber. Thank you, Bruce. $5 from Bruce. Thank you. Also, I will be 30 in October. Same as me. Close. You turn 30 a little bit after me. My birthday is in August. Jacob, cats or dogs? Dogs. I'm allergic to cats. They make me sneeze. BMX, what's up? Not much. What's up? Welcome, comrade. Hi. Welcome, Bruce. Wait. Landon, History Travels. What do you think about Father Thomas, who prayed with the passengers on the Titanic? That's a very Father Thomas. Is that his name? I know there was another pastor another father who was on board Titanic who actually disembarked the ship. I don't know either of their names off the top of my head, but it's a very sad story. Hello, mate. Landon. Let's see. Kadima, can you do a video on how the watertight doors work? Never quite understood them. An in-depth look at the Titanic's watertight doors. Now, you see, maybe somebody in the chat can answer this because I don't know the answer to this. And because I'm getting this information from a documentary, which their facts in the documentary are a little shaky to say the least. But I heard that when the watertight, this is the watertight door and this is the floor, when the door was coming down, I've heard that the doors actually free fell the last few feet so that they ensured that they made a watertight seal. Is that true or not? I don't know. Does anybody in the chat know anything about that? And we've got a $2 super chat from the cutting room floor. What happened to the Queen Elizabeth? It caught fire and sunk in Hong Kong. Thank you for the $2. Lucas, do a video about Molly Brown. I did. It's one of my older videos, but it's on my channel. When Queen Elizabeth burned in Hong Kong, it did. Hi, Historic. Hi, Floss. Let's see. Hugo, what if the Titanic kept moving its propellers like Britannic? It would have sunk a lot quicker, because the Titanic did steam on ahead for a brief period after it struck the iceberg, but it wasn't for very long, 5-10 minutes, give or take. So, but if it would have kept going, it would have just shoved the bow deeper and deeper underwater, and it would have just, it would have been just like Britannic. I think that's the reason Britannic sunk so fast, was because they were trying to beach the ship. Pacific, can you give me a shout out? Hi, Pacific. Is it true Godzilla moved the iceberg? We will never know. We will never know if Godzilla did something to the Titanic. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Edwina, Sam, you're amazing. Thank you. Fox, do a video on Lightoller at Dunkirk or other surviving crew. Lightoller does have a very interesting life, and I should make a video on him. Essa, what is your opinion on the Costa Concordia? Ugh, the Concordia. The Costa Concordia is a disaster that should never have happened, and that captain was a character. That's all I got to say about that. And I mean, I just don't understand how he would abandon ship with all those people on board. I believe they call him the coward of the sea. But the Costa Concordia would be a really good video. I do need to make a video about that. Millie, who was your favorite officer? Mine's Lowe because he turned back. Probably Murdoch because, he really thought things through and tried to do things the best he could. Matthew, what is your thoughts on the scrapping of the Olympic? Honestly, I don't like it. I wish the Olympic was still around. But, the biggest thing to think about with the Olympic is, ocean liners were not thought of the same way that we think of them today. Titanic would have most likely been scrapped. And to be perfectly honest, it's a miracle we still have the Queen Mary. So, I mean, and you got to remember, it was in the middle of the Great Depression as well. And there were hundreds of thousands of people that needed jobs. So, I wish Olympic was still here, but, I understand why it's not. What's more important, putting food on the table or an old ship, I think of it like that. Try to think about what people were going through at the time. Kyle, $5 super chat. Thank you. Sam, wow. Sam, I have models of Titanic and Britannic I built out of scrap, not from a set. They're both 3 feet long. Jaws drop. Really? That's awesome. Kyle, I need to send a pic. I want you to send me a picture of those. And thank you for the $5. Cindy, what would you do if you were on Titanic's final plunge? Hold my breath. If I was on Titanic's final moments, I would be using the brief amount of time I still had power and look for a lifeboat. And then I would just kind of pull a Charles Yalkin and just ride the ship down as best I could and then swim for a lifeboat. But, that's easier said than done. You could get easily disoriented from the current and blah, 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 blah. Anyway. Do you think you would have survived the Titanic sinking, Millie? That's a good question. I think if I had the knowledge that I have today, I probably would. But back then, it just depends on where I am. Ice Tooth, here's a question for you. 4th officer on the Titanic. You have 20 seconds to name him. Oh, 1st officer, William Murdoch. 2nd officer, was it Lowe? Was he 4th officer? Was it Lowe? Let me know. Was it 4th officer? Was Lowe the 4th officer? Let me know in the chat. I'm not sure. Who was the 4th officer on the Titanic? 4th officer Boxhall. Was it Boxhall? Yeah, Boxhall. Okay, Boxhall. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Boxhall. What was Lowe? Was he the 5th officer? Lowe was 5th. Okay, I was one off. Dang it. Historic Travels, you should do a video on the sinking of the Taylor. I do not know about the Taylor. From Eldina, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. If you went back in time, would you try to warn people about the sinking? Ooh. Well, the first thing I want to say is yes. But then there's that whole argument about changing history. Now, of course, I want to save people's lives, but, it's history. Do you alter the past to change the future? You're getting that whole philosophical debate there. So that would be a very long conversation. Nick, if you interfere with the sinking, life rules wouldn't change. That's true. And that's also another thing. If you go back in time and change the Titanic, keep it from sinking, what if another ship went down that had twice as many lives lost? Twice as many as Titanic. The cutting room floor. Did you find James Cameron a depiction of Murdoch out of line? Okay, I understand what you're saying. That whole thing with James Cameron and Murdoch, that came from that whole argument that that there were gunshots heard from Murdoch's position. But, I don't think Murdoch would have committed suicide. That's just it. Could the Titanic have carried on sailing after the collision and head inland to the nearest source of help? No, it could not. It could not have carried on at that point. Drew, if there was a fourth Olympic-class ship, what would you name it? Well, it's got to have IC. Olympic, Titanic, Britannic. I'd have to get back to you on that. Alex, $5. Thank you. Would you be open to getting a P.O. box for fan mailing gifts? Somebody else has asked me that. And by the way, thank you for the $5. Somebody else has asked me about the $5, and I'm not, or not $5, about the P.O. box. Maybe. I've actually been exploring a bunch of things right now. The most recent thing I did was I did set up a Patreon, so I do have that. But, it's just maybe I'll do that. This whole YouTube journey, I'm just figuring it out as I go along. Anderson, question. Do you know where the flooding of the Fitz was? I just saw your video and it's amazing, but I find your theory a little far-fetched unless the flooding was in the bow. Now, you see, that's a good question. Because the whole idea of the flooding of the Fitzgerald was exactly where did the rock, if it hit a rock. It's just where there were no survivors, we just don't know. But we do know that the captain said there was a port list. And so that meant the ship was sailing, or was it starboard list. So it was leaning and going to starboard. And if the water kept flooding in, you have to remember the Fitzgerald was also very heavy, carrying, 26,000 tons of ore. Bree, I see your $10. Thank you. I will answer your super chat in just a second. But what I think is if the Fitzgerald was flooding, okay, and then the bow dipped down, even if it was about to come back up, if it went down so low, then all the ore inside of the ship could have rushed towards the bow, thus pushing the bow deeper underwater. More water would get in, and then we could see the whole scenario. So possible, Based on what we see at the wreck, I think that animation could be pretty accurate. $10 from Bree. Thank you. The SS Nomadic. I rode on it in 1995. Wait, was it sailing? Didn't know it was tied to the Titanic. Was the Nomadic running in 1995? I didn't know they were still operating it. I thought it was just a museum thing. Was it actually still running back then? Len, I don't think the Fitzgerald was flooding. I think maybe some stuff that broke off caused them to list. But wouldn't it have to flood though? Well, maybe the ore could have shifted as well. That may have made a port list or a starboard list, but wouldn't it have to flood though? Because if it wasn't flooding, it'd be just like the Anderson. Taylor, is the Titanic model that you show a lot from Titanic Honor and Glory? It is. Those are the models that are from their gift store. You can buy them. I believe they're still for sale. Curtis, what is your favorite Titanic documentary? Ooh, I really like The Final Word with James Cameron. I also like the 20 Years Later. Most of the James Cameron ones I really like. The Back to Titanic was really cool. Oh, whoa, we got a $20 super chat from Chronic. Thank you. Sam, here's $20 for hitting 20,000. Thank you so much. I'm trying to be regular in these live streams because I want you to know I support you and your passion 100%. You re-sparked my childhood interest in the Titanic. Chronic, thank you very much for the 20. You are amazing. Everyone here is amazing. Everybody, I'm giving everybody in the chat a round of applause. Thank you, everybody. You guys are incredible. I could not do this without you guys. I mean, honestly, you guys are amazing. Kerbal, I just came from another YouTuber doing a 20K live stream. What a coincidence. Anyway, congrats. Kerbal, By the way, Kerbal 18, you didn't name your channel after Kerbal Space Program, would you? That is like one of my favorite games of all time. I have a stupid amount of time on that. Sharon, sing to me. Oh gosh. Okay, real quick. The legend lives over the triple farm down at the Great Lake. All right, that's it. Country roads take me home to the. Okay, I'm done. No more singing. I do not sing. The Great Papyrus. Do you think Ismay was a coward? Ismay, I don't think he deserves as much of the bad rap he gets. I know he doesn't look good, and I know he was trying to rush back to England right after, and he wasn't wanting to talk to people in America. So, I don't know. I have mixed opinions on Ismay. I certainly don't think he was a villain, but I don't think he was great. I don't think he was a hero by any means, but I don't think he was an uber villain or anything. I am not singing anymore. I don't sing. I actually play the violin, though. Ethan, answer, exclamation, why? See your question. First time I've seen it. In answer to your earlier question, the Normandy caught fire in New York when a pile of flammable lifeboats ignited thanks to welder torches. She rolled over and sank. Wow, I didn't know that. Ethan, that's the first time I've seen your chat. Adam, can I have a shout out? Hi, Adam. Okay. $5 super chat from Roke. I don't know how to say your name. Hi, Sam. First, let me say I love your videos. They're so amazing. Also, can you make a video on the RMS Republic? That is a good idea. The Republic has been on my list for a while. Thank you for the $5 super chat. The Republic, that is something that I will cover in the relative near future. I think the next ship I'm going to cover, I'll do a poll to decide what's the second ship that I'm going to cover. Maybe Britannic. What do y'all think? Should I do Britannic next, or should I do... Let me know in the chat. What do y'all think? Britannic or the Estonia? Which one would you all rather me do next? Which ship would you... It won't be the next video. I'll probably do a couple of Titanic videos. But when I do another ship, Britannic or Estonia? What do y'all think? William, could the stern have stayed afloat if it had broke immediately? Yeah, probably. Britannic, Estonia. Do Britannic, Estonia. Whoa! There's a ton of Estonias here. Holy cow. Britannic. You see, I saw a bunch of Britannics at the beginning, and now I'm seeing a ton of Estonias. Okay, so I'm going to have to make a poll. I'm going to make another poll. I'll probably do that tonight after the live stream. I'll make a poll, and we'll go with whoever does the poll. We'll pick whichever ship wins the poll. Chronic, Sam, can we agree How To Basic is a genius? How To Basic, oh my gosh. That channel's pretty insane. Empress of Ireland. I'm going to get to all these ships. Of course I'm going to, let's see, Fox, why not do both? I am going to do both, but which video would you like next? Because my videos kind of span out. I do Titanic for a while, then every now and again I cover another ship. So, I am going to go in both. Captain Alex, you play the violin. So can you play Near My God to Thee? Loosely. I can play Near My God to Thee loosely. I played it a lot when I was a kid, and every now and again I just pull it out and play for fun. Bridge, I really like the video of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Thank you. RMS Lusitania, can you please play the violin? Not tonight. I'll have to go dig it out. It's in my closet somewhere. I'll have to go dig it out. But I may play the violin for you guys one of these days. I don't know if you all have ever heard of her, but one of my favorite musicians, her name is Lindsey Sterling, and she plays the violin. Has anybody here heard of Lindsey Sterling? She's one of my favorite musicians. Shazwar, can you play the... I need to practice the violin. I will play the violin for you guys, but I need to practice a little bit. I don't want to give you guys a bad performance, okay? Oh, by the way, so question for everybody here. This is just yesterday when I uploaded my latest video. There was I have two YouTube accounts. One account is just one that it's not I don't post on it. It's just one that I use for watching videos. Yesterday when I uploaded, I noticed that my newest video didn't show up on my YouTube homepage. So it didn't actually show up, like it showed up when you typed in historic travels, but it didn't show up on my actual homepage before you type it in. So I'm curious, did anybody in the chat actually see the video pop up on the YouTube homepage, or did you see it through my channel or through notifications? Or was it an actual video, like go to youtube.com, the video's there? Or did you find it by other means? Because it never showed up on my homepage yesterday, which made me wonder if YouTube actually posted it and people could see it. Yeah, it popped up. It popped up. Yeah, Nick, I did remove the video briefly, and then I put it right back up. Limitless. I just went to YouTube and it was there. Okay, that's just weird. Because it was odd that because I have a secondary account that's not tied to historic travels at all. It's not, I don't have it public or anything. It's just something that I use to watch videos on. It's got like 5 subscribers on it. But usually that channel shows up whenever I upload something, and it didn't. So I wondered what was going on with it. Fox Region, good evening, historic travels. Well, good evening to you. $5 from Kyle, another super chat. Thank you, Kyle. Excuse me. Sam, besides the name swapping theory between Titanic and Olympic, what other theories or rumors about Titanic do you think are ridiculous? That the coal fire sunk the Titanic. The coal fire did not sink the Titanic. I think the coal fire actually saved the Titanic and kept it from sinking longer. So, dark mode, you should cover the Donia Paz. Actually, the Donia Paz is actually something I was watching. I actually looked up a documentary about it today, and the Donia Paz is very interesting. And honestly, it's scary as all get out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Donia Paz was the ship that actually lit up, like the ocean caught fire, correct? That was the Donia Paz. Crawl Z, congratulations. Can't believe how fast you're growing. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Fresca, historic travels. What is your favorite ship that hasn't sunk? Queen Mary doesn't count. What? I've been asking for the past 20 minutes. Oh, Queen Mary doesn't count. Fresca, Olympic. Olympic. Essa, make a video about the SS Normandy. And if I'm not saying your name right, I apologize. Normandy is very interesting. I just don't know that much about it. The Normandy was a French ship, right? I believe it was, because it was in direct competition with the Queen Mary. But that would be a good video. Millie, you should do it on the ship, the Mary Rose. It was King Henry VIII's favorite ship, and half of the wreck is in a museum near Portsmouth. Wow, that's interesting. Whenever I cover these ships, especially ships that are still around, I would actually like to go and see the ship. I didn't know the Mary Rose was still around, and I didn't know that much about it. That'd be a very cool place to visit. Yes, it was French. Okay, France. Thank you. Evan, hi. Hi, Evan. Ben, rank the Titanic films you've seen. Okay. Whew. As far as my favorite film is the James Cameron movie. Number 2 would probably be, I haven't seen them all. Actually, I haven't seen that many of them. Probably number 2, A Night to Remember. Number 3 would be the 1953 Titanic. Is that all the ones I've seen? I think those are the only ones I've seen if you don't count documentaries. $5 super chat from Taylor. Had Titanic survived, do you think she would have become a troop ship or hospital ship during World War I? Absolutely. And thank you for the 5, Taylor. I do definitely believe that if Titanic would have survived, it would have been a hospital ship. Okay, everybody, we are beginning to approach the 1 hour mark. I think I'll stay live for maybe another 10 minutes or so. I'll let this chat go a little bit. I'll stay on for another 10 minutes or so. So everybody, we're going to start wrapping up. So when we hit 1 hour and 10 minutes, I'm going to wrap up the stream. But yeah, so everybody keep asking questions. Do you guys like to do another round of me asking you guys questions? Would you like to do another question? Battle Gamer, I have a question about the Titanic's bridge. Did it collapse when it hit the ocean floor? Did it collapse when it was going down? I actually made a video about that. I think what happened was, and I don't have it on here anymore, but I think that after the ship was on its way down, the crow's nest fell backwards and started like falling on the bridge and ripping it up. And I think the water current just blew it off, kind of like a hurricane. Ask your questions. Okay, ask my questions. Okay. How many years did it take to build the Titanic? How many years did it take to build the Titanic? How many years did it take to build the Titanic? 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. See, I've heard 4. I was looking for 4. So 3 to 4 years. We can count that. 3 to 4 years. Good job. Wow, a lot of people. Some people say 3, some people say 4. I've heard more often than 4. But yeah, all right, everybody, that's good. Good job, good job. Ian, it's been 84 years. Haha, very funny. 2.5 years. All right, I'll go get Rosie in just a second. I see that. Let me ask one more question, and then I will go get Rosie. I'm thinking here. Okay. Who, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to get this question very quick. Who on the Titanic, and it's referenced in the movie, was referenced as she was a passenger on the ship, and people called her New Money. Well, in the movie, they said her nickname was New Money. What was her name? This is more of a movie trivia. Molly Brown, Molly Brown, Molly Brown, Molly Brown. Molly Brown was awesome. Molly Brown was an awesome person. Listen, the way she stood up to Quartermaster Hitchens and all that, shoot. Listen, you do not mess with Molly Brown. She was a pistol, that's for darn sure. I got to visit her house once, just from the outside, but Molly Brown, Molly Brown, Molly Brown. All right, well, that concludes the, good job, everybody. Good job. All right, well, that concludes the game. Would you guys like me to use the last few minutes of the chat to go and get Rosie and show Rosie off before I conclude the stream? Would you guys like to see Rosie, or would you guys like to ask me questions? She was actually known as Maggie, I believe, at the time. Yeah. Where did the whole New Money thing come from? I actually don't know that. Was that real, or was that just for the movie? That's why I kind of hesitated there, because I'm like, I wasn't sure if that was just from the movie. Yes, Rosie, Rosie. Okay, I will. Oh, hang on. I have an idea. All right. Okay, let's see if we can, everybody be very quiet. Let's see if we can attract Rosie. There she is. Hi, Rosie. Rosie, say hi to everybody. Rosie, say hi to the chat. Everybody say hi to Rosie. Rosie. Rosie, your people love you. Rosie, you're famous. All right. I know what you want. Just hold on, Rosie. I know you love beef jerky. Just hold on. All right, let's try these tricks again. There we go. Make that look good. All right, Rosie, get in front of the camera. All right, ready, Rosie? Your tricks. She sat before I even told her to sit. And you can't see it, but she's holding her paw up. All right, Rosie, you know what I'm going to ask before I even ask it, don't you? Okay. Ready? And catch. Ah! Good job, Rosie. All right, here's the last one. Good job. Good girl. Rosie's a doll, baby. She's a mess, but Rosie, you've had enough. Look at that face. Look at that face. Rosie. She's a baby. All right. If anybody wants to ask 1 or 2 more questions, and then I'm going to conclude the live stream. So a couple of last minute questions, and then I'm going to conclude the stream for tonight. And thank you guys for being here. 1 or 2 more questions, guys. What breed is she? Millie. She's a golden retriever. Floss, hey, historic video idea. What if the iceberg hit the Titanic's stern? I actually already talked about that. Like, what if the Titanic would have sunk backwards? I already talked about that in another video. Let's see. Cub, have you heard of the SS Kaiser Wilhelm de Grosse? It was a ship built in 1897, the first four funnel ship. Have you heard of it? Because information. I have heard about it in passing, but I don't know any details about it. That's the only thing I don't have about it. Any more, one last Titanic question, and then I'm going to conclude the stream for the night. Adam, would the Titanic have lasted longer if the D-deck door was closed? I think so. You have to remember that the D-deck door, and you see it was located on the Titanic, it was the port side of the ship, and the Titanic developed a port list after that went down, but it wasn't just the door. You know, there was Scotland Road there as well. So maybe the Titanic would have developed a list before that, but I know that door definitely did accelerate it. So, you know, it's just kind of up in the air. All right, everybody. Well, hey, I'm going to conclude the stream for tonight. Everybody who gave super chats, you guys are amazing. Everybody who's here, you all are amazing. Thank you all so much. We hit 20,000 subs. I cannot believe it. And honestly, I can't thank all of you enough. I would not be at this point without you. So guys, seriously, keep doing what you do. And everybody, please keep leaving me comments and messages. I try to read as many of them as I can. So yeah, just keep up the good work and keep doing what you do. And guys, all right, guys. Well, hey, thank you for joining me this evening. And guys, I will see you all in the next one. Everybody have a good evening, everybody. Thank you all again for being here. Good night.